son beat 7+ hours away. And she wanted to have a similar conversation with him just the two. To see where we're coming from and to schedule time to come and visit so that he can come sit with us or his son can visit the fellow holidays. However, when they went to meet up, my stepson was present. And I feel I was being mentally manipulated by his father. Which, as far as I know, they don't have a bad rapport. But he also hasn't lived with his father.
Hey, how you calling damage?
Conversation was supposed to be civilized and one that ended up being a 2-on-1 handicap match, which made to my
I have no idea what I'm doing right now.
Now, it's only been a few days. Conversation will be very new. There's still more time to have a conversation about the move and what we'll do. Any advice on how to have a civil conversation after things went awry? Would love to hear your thoughts. Sorry if this was long. Feel free to condense. Well, too late. Well, the first question I had, guys, was, and I'm sure everyone's thinking the same thing. Questions. Is it on the table that he could stay with his dad?
That was my first thought.
Yeah, it seems like
let the boy go stay with his dad and finish high school.
Yeah, why not?
If the dad, because it's two things. If the dad isn't willing to do that, like the son would be willing to do it, but the dad isn't willing, then the dad's take to me is basically a weapon. That's right. Because you could solve it. Now, if you can't, it's in a situation where it's just not doable. And he really would like to, but like financially, it's not reasonable. He can't do it. I understand, but has that conversation been had, or is the mom simply saying, I can't give up my baby? Because they have to have everything on the table here. Because, guys, if you were asking a kid to leave junior or high school, I just said that. I said that.
Yeah, I do remember that. I wish you would give us a little bit of clarity. Because, you know, they mentioned he hasn't lived with me since he was 2 years old, but, like, things changed, you know? And it's inevitable to bring in our fellow
Bitch! Fuck out my way, bitch! Yeah! I figure this shit out now, yeah! But fuck, I need that. Yeah!
I think what he right was, the son and the father are on the same page. That the son must have lived with him.
Hey, yo, we getting crushed, Tony.
It wasn't clear.
No, all they said was that all he said was that the father said in this conversation were had a good relationship and seemingly had a good relationship, but he hadn't lived with his father since he was 2. And in this conversation, they made the emailer's wife appear to be the villain in this scenario, the son and the father. But he did not say that the son preferred to go live with his dad or any. He didn't mention anything. Matter of fact, we're talking about the son going living with the father. That wasn't even what the email was for. All he's asking is, how does he have a civil conversation and continue to work down a path to find a solution? We're giving him a potential solution, not how to have a civil conversation. Or y'all are, I ain't no good. That's what I think the said.
There's just 2 different sides on it. Here's a co-parenting question. Is there a work, and tell me if you guys think this is fair, where the son goes to stay with the dad, right, to finish high school, but you say, hey, the first year, you just got to keep your grades up. There's certain standards for that money. If you want
to live with your father, you have to stay on this level. If you feel less, then you're back with us.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's not me.
Well, I mean, that goes without saying. That's like almost like, bro, if your grades drop or there's some problems, you out of it.
Like, mom has to be willing to let go. That's what it is. If mom is not open to letting go of the son, this is the issue.
But now, this isn't really the full question. The question was about, like, keeping it, having a civil conversation. Is that, like, do you have any relationship with this guy? Is there a world with the two that you could also sit down and talk? He wants to civil conversation with the father? Well, he's saying he feels like his wife was basically double-teamed in the argument and it wasn't fair. What I'm saying is maybe you would be less emotional about this and maybe the two of you could have a conversation. You think this can?
I want to know what the dad knows, because they didn't talk with this. Does the dad want you to come live with you?
I'm not trying to live with you. I'm just living with you.
What's the
If you're trying to figure out like a way to have a certain conversation, I say have some immature but basic conversation with your wife and really kind of make her understand from their perspective maybe this could be the better scenario. So that your son also doesn't have a separate torture. And that maybe the father is in support and maybe it's somewhere better. I moved in my right before my senior year too. Didn't want to do it. Once my mom was like, all right, you can do it, you can travel back. I realized it was a trip I would leave just to be around my friends that I grew up with. I went with my mom's church. It's like I'm not waking up that late. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So they had months and months not to take school before my senior year. So he's like, no, and he was like, man, it gave in to me and I ended up doing what moms wanted anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, basically saying, let your son taste a little bit. Oh, you want to, is it important to you? What? And the mom, you basically said, mom needs to let this boy, this son, if she's holding on to him, which moms can do, say, listen, let your son grow up a little bit here and go stay with his dad and be responsible if this is important to him. And feel what it feels like to not have you. Helping him, cooking for him, cleaning for him, which, by the way, this son probably needs that because a lot of sons need that. You got what does dad gonna be like, yo, wash your clothes, it's school on time, it's grades fall off, you out of here. Let him feel that real life a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's also important as a teenager that it's important to ask yourself, what is he want?
Yes, you know what it is.
Should respect that.
If you want to have his destiny, I still have a talk with your wife. And the whole cliche is, if you love someone, let them go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So just have that conversation through the sun, and hopefully you guys can get to a good place. So stay with the breweries. I have tickets here for free. You're looking for caller number 9 right now. Tickets to see David for the Friday Night Tour at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, July 31st. Caller number 9, 800-223-9797. These tickets are for you. Well, I heard about it. Really? Every once in a while, on class, I can't find the kitchen corner. That's the no need. Nothing
Teammates been involved in the crash.
People age is different. With verified profiles, you can get safe and security for meaningful connections with interesting unattended advice. You can meet me and listen. You can join me if you want any performance for free. You can send me to my anything else. So funny. You got so much attention. It's something you can see. Didn't want to help me start totally attractive. Private friends, 11th October, DFH. Get 60% off when you join on DFH.com today. That's
I'm only at
DFH.com
1500, bruh.
to connect with thousands of singles worldwide. DFH.com.
Got a grudge to settle.
At Little Kings, we know every decision is different. That's why we make every good food without influencing ingredients and no artificial stuff. It's easier, real, and sounds for everyone.
Everyone would be thinking the same.
Learn more at
Get first
littlekitty.com.
place, smash their position, unavoidable grab, unforgiving walls, high-speed crossover. It's almost like you want to get
Customize, optimize, and monetize.
Make sure you're
You
strapped
can
in.
exactly how you
This
want it with
is
AI.
Classic Car.
Insight can be up within minutes. You won't believe it. The search engines will even help you get more site visitors. Whatever your passion project is, you can set it up with Bluehost. With their 30-day money-back guarantee, what have you got to lose? Go to Bluehost.com to start now.
Hey, it's Eva Flora Rosenberg. Happy Tuesday.
Nope.
No, happy Tuesday?
Nope.
Oh my God, is it Wednesday already?
It's Wednesday, dude. Come on,
What the hell
man.
is wrong with me? I feel like
should
my
be
days are just
exhausted.
going.
Listen, it's already Wednesday. You're closer to the weekend.
I know. My parent-teacher conference this Friday will start.
Parent-teacher conference is
Let's see.
Friday.
Let's see.
This is a mess. Do you think they'll be aware or concerned that as a mom you don't know what day of the week it is? So you're saying it's Tuesday when it's already Wednesday? They sure you don't show up on Saturday.
Facts. Well, and then the worst part is like it's parent-teacher conference, and they're like, oh, by the way, no school. What do you want to do with your kid? And you gotta go to parent-teacher conference. Thank you, guys.
Then go 2 hours to drop your kid off. Go back another hour after swim practice at 6 a.m. just so they could be at work at 9. Well, you know what? Pick their kid up out of nowhere. And guess what? I thank you all because complaining is important. But the problem is, big parents don't complain enough. So then you become a parent and you look around and you go, oh my God, why is everything about this so hard? And you go, no one told you. Everyone's trying to act like all this is normal. It's not. It's insanity. Well, it's normal insanity. It's like a lot of people are doing it. But people just like downplay it. Because, you know, it's like...
I agree with you, Rosie, but when I say it all the time, just like when people would ask me about certain things, people just always say, I'm like, it sucks. Because it's different for everyone. Some people love it. Some people don't. It's terrible. Being sick every day. But some people don't like it.
I know, and like even with the parenting thing, I think that you're the avid teacher people. No, I know I do. When people ask how complicated to make it sound like everything is awesome. Because if you don't, in some way it feels like you don't love your kid, or your kid's not right in some way. When you really want to get, well, I don't know, have you ever had a first child before? It's complicated. The whole having a relationship thing is complicated. Going from being a married couple to being parents. I don't even, I used to have 3 times. I figured it out. Now I literally just get home.
That's the best way of figuring it out.
I remember the morning I would come in here complaining, and Rosenberg would be like, shut up. It ain't that bad. I think there's audio somewhere of me talking. That's how we got to guest 10 years, I think. I think you're right. Like, nobody cares what guys are going. Nobody cares. You're like, shut up. No,
see, like, what is a fucking...
And then I lived it, like, wow, you're right. I am a bitch. It's hard. And you're like, listen, I got credit. Like this morning, for example, my wife gave me credit because last night she knocked out early. And when she knocked out, I didn't bother her. I turned the lights out. I just did everything, and everything was good. Great. Get a little pat on the back. You feel good for me. I did something. Look at me. By this afternoon, it's going to be another big. You can't complain. No, and you can't ask for credit for doing what you're supposed to do. Nobody gets props for doing this thing. But it's all hard, man. So, anyways, good luck on that.
Yes, thank you. Well, listen, right now I'm going to this is Serious 45 Sean Paul for the Good Vibes Only Tour. Special guest, the baby, Jones Beach Theater in Long Island.
Baby's fucking big league. It's not something to go with.
Anyway, we're going to play Lonnie Wilson. So we need 2 contestants to call us up right now. 800-223-9786.
People are low. And yeah, man. On Wednesday, we got games to play. We got history truck. We got, good weather. We got fun. And been able to get out in the stores and screw it up.
Yeah, I'm always seeing what's going on. Yes. Coming up, we will talk about the rumors of a Sinner sequel. Fans are upset at Lil Wayne, so I'll recommend this coming up.
What Weezy do?
I'll tell you later.
They got a big concert coming Friday. Comes Caribbean, right?
Oh, is it really?
It's Caribbean week every week. Okay.
That's true. That's true, guys. But it's actually fully Caribbean, so they got more Caribbean.
All I see.
And Cuba, Puerto Rico, DR, sometimes they feel excluded in this Caribbean. The whole Caribbean.
They do.
Bitch! Fuck niggas up, yeah! Figure this shit out, boy!
They feel like they're like to say, yo, Caribbean master, we're not talking about the music. So, I just wanted to do it because it's like, I never heard that before. Yeah. There's one they shouted out here from Panama, Jamaica, St. Kitts, Jamaica.
Oh, all of the peace, lad.
Emphasis on Cuba.
Alright, you just got past the old
No,
one.
y'all in the Caribbean.
Yeah, I mean,
Y'all just speak your Spanish.
that's it.
Speak your Spanish.
All I'm feeling got some nice and easy. All I'm feeling got is explicit and hitching.
And empanadas ain't nothing but some patties.
Talk that talk. That talk, man.
Empanadas ain't nothing but some patties, man. Everybody calm down, so. Look, it's time for the game and it's up to a stage here. Lauren, what are your tickets talking about?
We have tickets to see Wiz Khalifa and Sean Paul for the Good Vibes tour only with special guest today at Genesis Theater.
Man, they might as well call that the good news tour.
You've got to do that.
Good vibes. You should talk about it. You know what's going on. You know what's going on. You know what you're doing at your tone speech. Up in the area. Yo, it's, hey, by the way, ain't no news on that thing, so let's play this one for the news. On the line right now, let's see, we got Lauren and Ben. Lauren, good morning. Hey, where you calling us from? You out here by the beach? What time is it? Darren was popping.
On to the last lap.
Good morning to the whole clan. Good morning, man. Everybody sound excited today. This Wednesday situation is nice and see they looking for this good game. Yeah, where you calling from? Okay. All right, boy. Hey, man. Y'all know each other? No.
Even when winning, it's a vote.
Yeah, maybe y'all go together. Hey. All right, 6 seconds on the clock. Sonny's got the question. Sarah don't say nothing about taking it. Yeah, okay, here we go. Lauren, who wants to represent me and Lauren's staff?
Where you going?
Ooh, it's risky. I ain't want to admit. 6 seconds on the clock. All right. Sonny's got the question.
Oh, bro, I was right there.
Good job on leaving a shed load of damage. How taking it
Which
from the
rap?
line.
Sorry,
Great drive.
which rapper just asked for spousal support?
Offset.
Offset did trying to get that brand. Cardi B. Which is the only state you can spell only using one row of a keyboard?
What?
What?
Ebro.
Ebro. Two. One.
I don't know. Can't.
Incorrect. No sounds.
One row of a keyboard?
That's right. Three.
Alaska.
Two. Alaska's correct. Tie again.
That's good.
Okay.
Which two comedians became in-laws?
What?
Ebro.
I don't know.
Three.
Two comedians became in-law.
One.
Kevin Hart and Wayans.
Incorrect. Became in-laws, and the kids got married. No.
That's Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
The creator of which brain puzzle took a month to solve?
Ebro.
Ebro. Which skill beside a game with this game is cute is correct. Tie game.
Okay, it took a month to solve it.
It took a month to solve it. It took a month to solve it after he created it. All right. Yo.
Alright, now for a little history lesson on the Giants Demolition Derby. Claire, can you tell us why Demolition Derby has never been a part of grids till now?
Well, actually it was.
Cue archival race footage.
See, there was this whole plan for outfitting retired cars with extra safety equipment to do annual demolition events. But in the trial run, Nathan McCain flips his vehicle. Loses his
Oh, what a shame. Let me guess. He whined so loudly that they cancelled the whole thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Some people can dish it out, but they can't take it.
X is in
No comment.
Texas.
This is strictly an amateur and semi-pro event, but you better believe that I will be driving, because guess who's literally the poster boy for this whole thing? Claire,
Arizona. That's right. Yeah.
You?
a man like Manzi, take the
Arizona.
picture, come on.
X. X is in.
Right, let's go smash it up.
X is in Texas. Yeah. See? No, Phoenix is in the state though, right?
That's a good one.
You got to do it, man. You got to take it. Long Island. So you're going to take care of this. So Darren was probably a lady going to let you go there.
Oh, no, you just got to do that. I'm sorry, Darren. We were right there.
Gary, I'll call back tomorrow. And Lauren, hang on, we gotta get your info, okay? You in the building, Sean Paul, Wiz Khalifa, Jones Beach, right down the street from the crib. On the way, flashing lights, we don't stop.
Coming up in the flashing lights report, there's the rumors of a Sinner sequel. Ryan Coogler had something to say. We'll talk about it now.
Ladies and minutes, commercial free. Coming up next. Coming up at 7 on Hebrew in the morning on Hot 97.
BetMGM Casino is heating up the summer with a 100% deposit match up to $1,000 plus $25 on the house using bonus code MJCasino at sign-up. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly and offer resources to help you make appropriate choices. Gaming problem call 1-800-GAMBLER must be 21 plus. Please gamble responsibly. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. All places are subject to call and outstanding requirements. Rewards received $100 time credit bonus bonus unless otherwise provided in the applicable rewards subject to expiration.
ABS or make them shine out. It's a Jeffrey got a new warning light with a Riley Bear scan. It's going to be free as a bicycle solution verified by AAC certified active expertise. And the free retail. You can recommend yourself. Ask for the Riley Bear scan today. He's got a nice commercial free. Coming up next, coming up at 7 with Hebrew in the morning on Hot 97.
Okay, Laura, you're up. For the flash with
You've only taken a little damage so far. You're mid-pass going into that
There's rumors of a Sinner sequel already, but Ryan Coogler, he said that I believe Space making franchise film for a little bit and all that advertising. Yeah. But what they did do is they released them deleted scenes. I don't know if you guys saw them floating around yesterday.
I did not.
You can touch them on the social media, highlights, all the media outlets are putting these deleted cool scenes. So if you saw the movie and you absolutely loved it, it's pretty cool to see like little bits and pieces about it. That didn't make the cut.
Only thing I see on Hot 97 social media is them getting drink top all the time, talking about some scumbags getting like Andrew Tate.
Yeah, don't happen. Don't happen. That's my thing.
You know, also I get domestic issue people. What's up with Joe Simpson? Yeah, that's the only time I see Hot 97 social media. I work for Ebro in the morning. What's up with this week? Is that more?
That's what I'm talking about. They're kind of people. As you can see, I don't even know.
Well, I thought my doing today.
Yes. And I think it's from the streaming services. It's about to go on the TV series.
Yes, it is.
So let's go. If you didn't get a chance to catch it in the theaters, make sure you guys check it out. But that's your flashing lights report. The time is 6:59. I have an 82 today. Alternates like parking, you get it.
Speaking of Apple TV Plus, they're about to roll out that F1 movie with Brad Pitt and Dan English.
You'll be your own teammates, man.
Brad Pitt, y'all. Dancing a smoke for them. Yeah, but how long you been interviewing that dude? How many years? Yo, we didn't have no a long time. Yes! That was the jump off, right? Yeah, now it's in this F1 thing, which you got like Lewis Hamilton in it. I mean, you're in the F1.
Holy shit, the boy's coming.
Very good. Very good film. Highly entertaining. It's one of those, like, you know, blockbuster Brad Pitt. Only way. Congratulations, you played yourself. Or die.
No! Yeah!
The music. Ebro, Laura.
No! You fuck away, bitch! Fuck away!
I just saw a disturbing video.
Damn, team ain't done up. I gotta win this one for the squad. This for the squad. This for the squad. My teammate out of there, cuz. Oh. Look at all that, bitch.
Was a weird person.
Let's go.
Well, Harry Tubman's real name is not Harry Tubman. Sure.
We getting up out of here, homie. Let's go.
Because you know why? They had a.
We getting up out of here, guys.
So they wanted to sever ties.
Let's go. Where's the end?
Also, so that slave wouldn't come to catch you. But I just saw a video jumping on Beyonce's internet. And I just want to say, man, these podcasts some of y'all listen to, these YouTube videos some of y'all watch, they got y'all really fried out here, bro. Y'all are fried. And I'm going to hit you with this, bro. Congratulations. You played yourself. Yo, the video went as far as to say that Harriet Tubman was a U.S. spy. Wait. Congratulations. You played yourself. Well, and my first thought was, we work in radio, and we had Hot Take Tuesday yesterday. People call and say crazy stuff all the time. Sure. And I'm okay knowing that people have crazy thoughts without seeing their actual faces. Because I worked in radio for 30 years, so I know there's some people out here who live in an alternate universe. They don't read, they live in their bubble, and they really think they got it figured out in their little bubble. Or with their one or two friends or in their mom's basement or wherever they exist. I'm okay not knowing what you look like. But seeing people put their whole face on TikTok and Instagram saying things that are just completely bonkers, it takes you to another level. Congratulations, you played yourself. Sure. You know who else changed their name? Tupac. Was he a U.S. spy? His real name is Lassane Crooks.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've got a little treat for
you. You know who else changed their name?
I'm here with the one,
Martin Luther King Jr.
Only, the legendary.
His dad changed their family name when he was young.
Ajit Singh.
His real name was Michael.
Hey,
Ajit,
say word. Tell us how it feels to be running technical for our first ever annual classic.
I don't even know if it was King.
You mean?
I gotta go look back. Cheney Vance changed his name like 3 times. He's vice president.
Yes.
A lot of people change their name, bro.
Kind of makes me wonder if you just like messing with my head.
Never thought of it like that before.
Or I got one. There are actual experts in everything that you're interested in.
Okay. You heard it here first.
They're at school.
It is a lot of fun. Now, you're going to have to forgive me. I need to get ready for my next race because I'm going to win.
Maybe you should attend it.
See you later.
I know it's crazy.
Is that it?
But we still have schools out here teaching the right information. People should try attending.
Yeah, people are really things get me so mad on the internet that are so dumb. Like these videos always on my timeline of the streamer IShowSpeed. It's got like these interactions where he ends up like talking to someone who he finds out mid-conversation is Israeli. And then it's not as if that then leads to some sort of engagement about anything that makes sense. He then immediately feels the need to like say free Palestine to them. This is stuff that has nothing to do with them. These are just fans of his stream. Like, where are you from? And they're like, oh, I'm from Israel. And then he gets this weird face like, I don't want to be seen talking to you. You know what I mean? It's already ignorant off top.
Yeah, that's straight trolling. That's just straight.
That's just trolling for clicks. You trolling for clicks, or like you don't know anything. You're just like, I hear enough to know I gotta treat you mean. That's what I see.
I'm in a little meat. No, I'm in a hot rod.
He follows it up by saying,
oh shit. Oh shit.
Is this man British?
Let's get it there. Ain't nobody catching me now, man.
You don't even know how to pronounce the word you're saying. My man. You just look, this young man has he plays the same. People like IShowSpeed. People are using like this Barkley version. Absolutely. IShowSpeed, Ross, this is where kids are going.
Nah, see, and I'm glad you said that last thing with the kids. I want to make sure I'm saying there are so many kids out here who just see this stuff as humor and ridiculous. They do not see it as a guiding light or principle.
But they know they're dumb.
They know it's stupid and ridiculous. I interact with and my family circle where I different kids and I feel like, yo, we got, this is stupid, that's stupid, that's stupid. I think there are a significant population of kids that know this.
Apparently there are a bunch of people on the phone right now who want to talk to you about Alexander and say that she was in fact the Civil War spy.
I'll do the phone lines. You guys, she was, in fact, a Civil War spy. But that is not why she chose her. Unrelated, please. Unrelated. Lauren, what's on your list? What's on your list?
I don't know if you guys know this, but Elon Musk and Republicans.
Elon Musk?
They were right.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
Well, let's start with him first. So he decided to go on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, and say, I'm sorry. I just can't take it anymore. The massive, outrageous, pork-filled congressional spending bill is a disgusting abomination. Straight unvotes voted for it. You know you did wrong. You know it. Now this is the big, beautiful bill that they've been talking about, where the legislation includes nearly $4 trillion in tax cuts, mostly favoring wealthy households, and partially offsets the cost with more than $1 trillion cuts to Medicaid and federal food benefits. So please,
how much did that? 96.
He's just like
I ain't even hit nothing.
And then next thing you know, I see a headline of Marjorie Taylor Greene claiming she didn't vote for the bill, but didn't even need it. She admits it, guys. She's like, full transparency. I didn't know about this, but she made the sections, as she said, where it strips the rights of states to make laws to regulate AI for 10 years. I am adamantly opposed to this, and I would have never voted for this if I knew it was in there. AKA, I didn't read it.
Did you not? I can't. You also can't overstate how wild it is that Musk had his send-off ceremony on Friday. Black eye leaning back and forth like he was high on God knows what. He got the big send-off from Trump. literally been gone for 5 minutes.
No!
Biggest thing.
The big beautiful Bill's getting crushed by Elon right now.
Yo, the fact that this thing's gonna go so bad. Like, they just did a whole ceremony. Trump gave him a dumb fake golden key. They did the whole send off his friend. That anytime you want, we have these geniuses.
Unbelievable. I just want to end the race now. Oh man. Bruh. That was so unfair, bro. Like, bruh, look my shit. My shit. Oh, boy. I can't afford another one. I'm stuck right now, bro.
But our president doesn't have basic vocabulary.
Well, or we're having fun with the fact that our nation has a reading level of like English. Please. And the Republicans know that a majority of their are
Get out of there. Get up out of there. Get up out of there. Get up out of there.
Yeah. Keep it simple.
Get up out of there.
Beautiful bill. You may be right, but I think it may be for the actual idiot to go like,
well, he's a reflection of people. It's the same thing. Like, I guess it's the same thing.
I guess it's one of the same. So, like, he's like, the fact that's a real thing, the big, beautiful bill.
Well, it's big. It's big. It's a bill. I don't know if it's beautiful unless you want to add $3 trillion to the, to the deficit that, will, forever and ever and ever and ever and ever be trying to figure out how to overcome. There's a lot of BS in the big, beautiful bill. It's actually big, beautiful bull. That's what it really is.
That bull is what you're talking about.
There you go.
Let's close it out. Hey, just finishing off the Elon Musk story in general, because at this point you may or may not have seen Musk hanging out in the Oval Office the other day. He had a black eye that he said he got because when the press asked him, how do you get a black eye? He said, I was playing around with X. And I told him, punch me in the face as hard as you can. And he did. That was his reasoning. He said,
his son did that to him?
He said he asked his son to punch him in the face as hard as he can. And that's how he got the black eye.
How old's his son?
3.
I guess it's possible.
Well, sure. If we're going to believe it, that is the reason that you came in with the black eye. He looked, man.
He was high.
He fell over high, bro. He did something. Something happened. It was not roughhousing with his son. I mean, by the way, I've heard white people say a lot of crazy things to their kids. Punch me in the face as hard as you can is a new level I've never heard before. We've never seen anything like this before. But now, then he got asked about the New York Times article that they knew was coming about his drug problem. To which, of course, he shut it down and said, the New York Times, you mean the publication that gets this wrong and that wrong? Well, guess what, guys? The writers of this story have been talking to tons of people in Elon Musk's life. They have been researching it for months. And all the people around Elon Musk are worried that he has a severe drug problem. Mushrooms, ecstasy, ketamine.
Oh, nah, he's teed up.
He was on the trail on the whole campaign. He was running around with a bottle of 20 pills on him all the time, staying niced up. Plus, his life with the women, his personal life with the women he has children with is out of control as well.
Well, what's out of control about that? You can't manage how many different women?
14 kids over like 6 women or something, but
you can't manage that on a compound in Texas outside of Austin. Come on, my guy.
And I guess he doesn't.
And you're never there.
And I guess he doesn't tell all of them about when new ones come along that he's deciding to have kids with.
Well, you think you owe an explanation? Y'all signed up to get paid and have babies, didn't y'all? Get this house.
And he's doing this, of course, because he believes there's an underpopulation problem. Everyone should be doing their part. Yo, Ebro, what am I missing?
You know who he's really talking about in that last line? White people.
White. We need more whites.
We need more whites.
So he's saying whites.
He plays himself.
You think that's the secret code in there is like,
absolutely,
whites need to have more. And as a
listen, even this the immigration stuff is 1,000%. I'm trying to figure out how to keep the white population dominant in the United States.
Well, you're going to keep your white population
dominant in a world that's overflowing, runs out of water, is set on fire. Because let me tell you, we don't need people having 14 kids out here. Hit the button again. The world cannot take it as it is. We're already overpopulated as it is.
Now, there's plenty of space in Wyoming. That's right. There's plenty of space in give me another one. Nebraska.
Arizona.
Plenty. We got plenty of space. How we gonna feed them is the problem.
And who's gonna take care of them? Are these people gonna be normal and productive parts of society?
See, look, you're worried about the wrong thing.
Just get out there and have these kids, right? Hit the button, man.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
Playing yourself. Yo, playing yourself. Yo, playing yourself.
With Laura Stiles and Rosenberg.
Listen, if you're looking for a positive headline, Trump's tariffs have made I think a record $60 billion this month. The month of May. Making money, bringing the cash register. Google it if you don't believe me. It was a headline yesterday. To the government, wherever the other tariff money goes. It's not coming to you and me, Laura Stiles, but it will. Remember, it is meant to replace the money that's not being collected from the wealthiest Americans in taxes. Remember, they're going to get a tax bill. Remember that. Never forget that part. All of the tariffs, all of this stuff is so that wealthy people do not have to pay more taxes. So at least that's the way it's being framed. That's the narrative. Let's see how this actually plays out. But look, it looks like the tariffs work. Now, it didn't work for your pocketbook. Things didn't get cheaper for you, but you knew that, right? You knew that. Yeah, you knew that.
Yeah, I think most small businesses is going to hurt them.
You knew that. T-Boy Laura Rosenberg, 97 minutes, commercial free. Cash One. Welcome home, my man. Back from Japan, but guess what? We don't need to hear this again.
Thank God. Thank God.
Make a move. Make your best move right now.
Yeah, make whatever move you're feeling, man.
Make a move. Make a real rap move right now.
Cash back.
Real rap move. Make a real rap move.
Hold on.
This is culturally inappropriate.
Yeah.